Welcome to the Conscious Living Podcast, conversations to educate, empower, and enlighten our world. An uplifting and inspiring series of conversations and talks with your host, Jackie Woodside. We are educating minds, empowering lives, and enlightening souls to create a world where love prevails. In this engaging podcast, we deliver exciting, positive, transformative talks and teachings designed to elevate your life. Now, let's join our host, Jackie Woodside, for this week's session.
Hello there, Jackie Woodside here, the founder and the host of the Conscious Living Podcast, where we are here to educate, empower, and enlighten our world. I want to just check in with you and say, how are you today? How conscious do you feel? How conscious are you moving through your day? You know, we're living in such interesting times where life is lifing, right? That's my new phrase. Life is lifing these days. It's coming at us very, very quickly, and things are changing rapidly all around the globe. And sometimes it can be a challenge to just be with life, to be with yourself, to be with your thoughts, your emotions, your physicality, your consciousness, your divine essence. It's a lot to be, to squeeze all of this universal perfection and energy into this human body. That's what we're doing here on this earth. And that's what the Conscious Living Podcast seeks to explore. So thank you for being one of those people that shares this passion about understanding life at its depth and living life to its fullest. So I'm excited to, as always, I just get to meet such amazing, amazing people doing the Conscious Living Podcast. And today I'm with a colleague who is a mutual friend, who I was introduced through a mutual friend, Priya Glikman, who is the owner of the Mind Heart Center in San Francisco, California, and who has created a methodology called the Mindset Journey, which I'm really looking forward to hearing more about today. She is a Dharma teacher and a contributor to the Trilotherapy approach. She has worked both with small groups, large groups, corporations, entrepreneur groups, really the full gamut, because she has a deep and broad understanding of the human condition. She's also married, runs her center with her husband, Guy, and the mom of two. So you definitely have the experience of life coming at you, I'm sure, Priya. So welcome to the Conscious Living Podcast. Do you mind just saying a little bit about yourself so people can get to know you a little bit more?
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm already having fun, and I loved what you said, because life can be overwhelming or very exciting. Sometimes this energy of life that moving so fast can make us frozen, right? I don't know where to start, what to do, and the energy is hectic in the body, or you can just go above all that and be excited and manifest and be here with love and compassion. So this is the work. And to tell you about myself, I started from my own suffering. I had my own share, and I suffered a lot as a teenager. Also in the beginning of our life, my parents divorced. I wasn't quiet. My mind was rushing around. And a lot of self-criticism, being hard with myself, perfectionist, competitive, stubborn, and a little bit of a rebel. So I wasn't happy. And I tried many things when I was a teenager. I started Kung Fu and martial art that is a lot about meditation and the art of living. I already practiced Vipassana since I was 14, transcendental meditation. I looked for answers because I understood that I'm missing something. And I remember that I had these thoughts and a feeling that life can be better than that. Yeah, and I also understood that I create my own suffering. There was something about it. I looked around and I said, it cannot be like that, because this lack of inner peace can influence every day of our life.
You know, you're talking about your early experience as a teenager. You said you suffered a lot and you went through these things. You had you couldn't quiet your mind, and you had this inner critic. Basically what you're talking about is the human condition.
But I didn't want to accept that. So part of me said, no. I remember when I traveled, one time in India, and I saw a beautiful, in the North India, it's just beautiful, the Maharaja temples and the Ganga. And I saw this beautiful view, and my mind told me, it's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's like a postcard. But I didn't feel anything. I wasn't excited. I wasn't happy. So part of me understood that there is a wall, right? A transparent wall that nobody else can see because people thought I'm happy. I had a boyfriend. I was great in college. I learned finance. I had a job. I had a beautiful house and a dog. And from outside, it looks like a beautiful movie, great life. But I knew that there is a wall separating me from real happiness. I don't know how, maybe I was born with that, maybe not. It came very strongly. So basically, I left everything after college and I traveled around the world in order to find the answer of a question that I had. And I didn't know what I will find. People thought, like in Israel, my father was like, why? You are great in college, you are great in finance. And some of my friends didn't understand, but it was so strong.
Yeah. Definitely you had the blessing and the curse, I guess, of being awake, that you could actually watch and observe that there was something inside of you that was feeling a sense of discomfort, disharmony. And I love that what you just said, that part of you is like, no, it doesn't have to be this way. I don't have to live this way. So, talk us through this, Priya. I'm so interested to hear how you came upon this mindset journey. I love that phrase, the name of your company, the mindset journey. But you've had your own, journey in consciousness, journey in spiritual awakening, or mindset journey, just to make it simple. Tell us more about both your own personal mindset journey, but also about the work itself of the mindset journey.
It is connected. The mindset journey is all the tools that helped me in my journey. I teach only what I believe in, right? That helped me because I feel that it needs to be real. If I say to somebody, I was there, I also had the inner critic. I was hard with myself. It's real. If I can do it, everybody can do it. And this is another message. I believe if I can overcome the suffering and see the beauty, everybody can do it. So, and I really believe in that.
I say the same thing, by the way.
I
There's
believe
nothing special about me. If I went from chronic depression and PTSD and addiction and homelessness and domestic violence. I mean, I've really horrible, history of trauma and tragedy. And, and I'm completely fine today. Happy, healthy, wealthy, healed, and whole is what I like to say. And I always follow that with, and there's nothing special about me.
It's beautiful. And this is the excitement, right?
Right.
People that you see a person or you see a company or you see a group and you know where you can take them. Like sometimes I'm saying I'm only a bus driver, right? I'm taking people from A to B. Bring them up. I love the ride. And I think that the ride with the mindset journey is exciting. Listen, I went to a therapist, a talk therapy since I was four years old. My parents divorced and they found a beautiful family therapist that I loved, and I was in his funeral, and it was part of my life. But when I left in Israel and went to India, I discovered the pain body. So by the time I left, I was maybe 21. I think I accomplished the therapy journey. It's many years, right? I understood everything. I understood my trauma, my parents, my imprints. I journaled a lot, but still I wasn't happy.
Yeah. And you had done all the work, right? Like I did everything and still I'm not. Yeah.
And I did some meditations as well, but more Vipassana, transcendental, also meditation from the family of the mind, because the mind is working, repeating a mantra. The mind is working with structure, following the body, right? It's still the mind, but I didn't know that. When I came to India, I discovered the pain body. I discovered the pain body that remembers everything. All the time we're afraid and nobody was there. All the time we wanted to cry and we didn't cry. We felt anger and we couldn't express. It's in the book, in the unconscious. It's in the body. So even if you understand, we need to release it somatically. And I started to learn techniques to release. And I went into training how to release the body. And after I got that, and I did it for a few years, it took me time. Then I discovered the Zen meditation, and I found this beautiful Zen master, Nissim Mamon, that gave me Dharma teacher later on. And I started to practice Zen. To practice Zen and to sit 30 minutes with yourself, it's not easy when your mind is overthinking and when you have trauma in the body, because it's not pleasant to sit with yourself. When you sit with yourself, it means you already love yourself and you're comfortable with yourself. I remember Nisijima Roshi, also is amazing Zen master, that left his body. And he said, somebody asked him, are you enlightened? And he said, yes, 2 times a day for 30 minutes. Because when you sit meditation, you are already very centered. Later on, after I really helped people to find this balance between the mind and the heart, and I will talk about it more, I started to help also groups, and companies to find the balance. But I can talk about it more soon. You want me to continue with that?
Please.
Okay. So I work with the separation between the rational part and the emotional part, the mind and the heart, the yin and the yang. Knowing that if you think about yourself, everybody that are listening, there was a time that maybe you remember that you had freedom. Climbing trees, walking in the forest, running on the beach, dancing freely, being silly, being playful. But then something happened and the mind took over, right? And maybe something scary, parents divorce, you move a country, something at school, some trauma, and the heart is suppressed. Usually it starts with anger. Anger is red, is alive. If it's not allowed to show anger in your home, it can boil like in a stew into sadness and then into depression and despair. And people live like that. The mind is strong, thinking, critical, blaming, confused, fearful, and anxious. The heart is suppressed. There is sadness and anger and tiredness and all of that. And we live like that. This was my situation when I was suffering. The mindset worked with all the parts. First of all, to calm the mind. Like, I don't know if somebody came to you and actually said to you that everything is all right. Mm-hmm. In this moment, small everything all right. If it's not too cold or too hot, if you don't have pain in your body, if you're not thirsty or hungry, everything is all right. You are safe. And basically developing this adult, the leader, the voice inside, maybe the parent we never had, to say to our mind, everything is all right, you are safe. And then to help the heart come out and connect and look in the eyes and smile and enjoy and cry and see the beauty and fall in love. So I have the mindset journey is tools to help the mind, to help the heart, and to sit in the center and to develop this leader.
Wow. So tell me more about the tools and how you help people bring together this mind and heart.
Yes. So when I give a session, for example, and it can be individual session, it can be a group session or a session for 60, 70 people in the same company, I always move from mind, heart, and center. Every session is built like that. So the beginning...
Should we just do it together rather than you telling us about it?
So I will tell you, and then I will decide what to do. The first...
Okay. I don't know if that's possible to do in the format or not.
Yeah. The first part is teaching something, right? Okay. Learning about a human being, learning about fear, about anger, about the critical mind. And when I think we are doing that, we already talk to the mind right now because we explain, right? And you think about yourself. The second, we move into somatic. So every session I use sometimes catharsis breath work, sometimes Sufi wheeling, sometimes trust exercise that we cannot do really over Zoom because it's more, you need the body, it needs to be in person, right? And the third part is the meditation that I can for sure lead today. And I want to teach all kinds of meditations today, if it's okay. And then suddenly in meditation, you find the moments of clarity and peace because your mind got attention, your heart released something, not everything, but something, and then you can sit. Why it's so important? From the center, you can really, first of all, understand yourself and calm yourself, but also then when you are clear from yourself, you are open to listen to others. And you can really listen to, if somebody's coming to you. Is it the mind? What he needs, right? Is he emotional? to see other people. When you are in any job you have, right? Even if the job is being a mother for a few kids, or it's in high tech or CEO, if you are attentive to others and you're really connecting, everything will flow. Right? You want to really see the other and answer fast and be attentive in the moment. So this is the work, and it's good for any level, or any person, or any human being to understand themselves and others. What I can do today is to teach two kinds of meditation. I can teach labeling meditation that I love to teach. It's more for the mind. And then I can move to guided meditation. So you want me to move into meditation a little bit?
That would be great. I would love that.
Okay, great. So the labeling meditation is like that. You sit on the platform of a train station, and trains are passing by. Every train is a thought. Word, 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 train passed. I will ask you soon not to go on the train, not to go on board, but to give a label to each thought. Okay, I will demonstrate and then we'll start. I'm closing my eyes. And then a thought will come. I have a meeting today too. If I go on board, I will think about the meeting, right? And I'll probably prepare. I don't want to do it now. I'm meditating. I will say meeting and come back to the train station. The train station is this moment. I want to ask you, what do you hear now? What sounds do you hear now, Jackie?
Nothing.
Something maybe in your home, outside, the laptop. What kind of sounds do you hear?
It is literally silent. And I have tinnitus, so I always have my friend tinnitus in my ear. But I mean, I live in a fairly rural area. There's nobody in the house. The refrigerator's not humming. It is literally silent other than the
Like
tinnitus.
you.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's so I have a lot. I'm in San Francisco.
Okay.
Okay, so I hear cars. People are talking outside, electricity. And then a thought will come, another thought will come, another train, for example. I need to cook dinner tonight. So I don't want to go on board. I will say dinner. This will be the label, and I'll come back to the moment. Okay? So I would like you all to practice that for a few seconds. And I will share some music that you'll have some sounds if you're in a quiet place. And then every time a thought is coming, give it a label. And then come back to the moment. In this kind of meditation, we strengthen the muscle of the center. The mind wants to take you, and you're coming back. The mind wants to take you, and you're coming back to the body, to the moment. And this will establish the relationship between you and the mind. After a few seconds, I will move to guided meditation. Okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
So let's close our eyes. Relax your shoulders. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Listening to the sounds. Do you hear the music?
I do.
And do you hear my voice? Is it balanced, the music and my voice?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Listening to the sounds, and every time thought is coming, please give it a label, one word, and come back to the moment. The moment is the sensations in your body, sound, maybe a car is passing by, the music, the breath. I'm not labeling the thought without going on board. Relax your shoulders, your eyes, your face. And now you can let go of the labeling. Just listen to my voice and to the music. 100,000 winters ago, there was a hunter sitting and waiting. Maybe a bull passed by, maybe a rabbit. He waited peacefully, unmoving, alert, open, and listening to every little thing that moves. Between a bull and a rabbit, it was so pleasant to sit. Sitting in silence, which is full of life. For a few moments, the hunter felt he's becoming one with the world. It was not Buddhism. It was 97,000 years before the Buddha even called it meditation. It's only sitting, birds, crickets, or a car passing by. The meditation is the same from the time before things even had meanings. Later on, many things happen around the world. Lots of teaching. And over time, some people forgot the simple meditation of our grandfather, the hunter. Sitting quietly, and between a bull and a rabbit, just sitting so peacefully. And it was so nice just to sit in that space, which is vivid, alive, and in tune with the world. This is Zen meditation. Relax your shoulders, back is straight, chest is open. Breath, sounds. Everything flows through you. The water, the sound, the music. Thinking in language, and thinking in sentences. Each sentence is like a train. trains of thoughts, trains of sentences cross our minds. Our gain will be to sit on the platform and let the trains go by. Sitting on the platform, trains come and go. Stay put. Do not climb on board. When you're hectic, trains overlap each other. But sometimes, when you're peaceful, there is a gap. Sitting on the platform, allowing the trains to go by, and soon the gap will grow wide. Trains will continue to come and go, always. But you can choose how to react. Sometimes it's important to think. We want the mind practical, efficient, curious. But sometimes it's better to sit. Let them go by. Everything will settle down. And one day you realize that on the platform everything is all right. Let's take a deep breath. We're sitting for 10 minutes. I hope that you enjoyed that. And the Lenten meditation you can do daily for 15 minutes, sitting, letting the train pass by and label the meditation, coming back to the moment.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That you have such a you have a meditation voice for sure. I can tell you're a Dharma teacher, and that audio track was amazing. Really, just so soothing. That's a beautiful meditation, and a beautiful meditation to really quiet the mind. Really, really helpful. Let me ask you, Priya, when you quiet the mind, what becomes possible?
This is a good question. Because the mind is busy with things and, there is repetitive thoughts, right, over and over, and it's so tiring. Some people are overthinking and waking up in the morning tired, right? Or in the, after it's noon and you're already drained because you are tiring yourself. And sometimes there are symptoms like headache and migraines and other things, because of that. When you're quieting the mind, we use the mind. I love my mind. Right? Is curious and efficient and young and practical. And we need the mind. The mind is a tool, but something happened. And instead of we are using the mind is using us. I think that, in the last few years, I work a lot with CEOs and managers, and the people that are really leading big companies, they are really clear in their mind. They can take so many decisions fast because they're not busy, with their own, overthinking, critical stress. And then you use the mind, and it's a brilliant tool. And also the heart of so much intuition, right? And creativity and connection and beauty that you can actually use, because I do believe that each person received gift in this life, and this is the purpose, right? And different gifts. Some babies receive the gift of the body. You see, very athlete, strong people. Some people, the gift of the mind. Some people, creativity and are artists or music or people like us, right? And when the mind is busy, you cannot really tune to that. You cannot really find your gift. So this is the extra benefit that I didn't know will happen, right? Because I learned to learn finance. When the mind is quiet, you can really find your gifts and connect to your purpose, yes.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. That is such an important, right there is the heart of conscious living, right? Quiet the mind, know your gifts, find your purpose, and then go live your life. From that place.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. We're going to need to wrap up, but I know that after going through that meditation, people are going to want to find you, know more about the mindset journey and how they might be able to work with you. Where's the best way for people to find you?
I think my website, priyaglikman.com, is the best.
Say it again, I missed it.
priyaglikman.com, my website.
priyaglikman.com. Okay.
And then all the information is there, yeah.
All right, beautiful. We'll be sure to drop that link down in the show notes. Anything you want to leave people with before we wrap up today?
Yes, I want you to really try to believe in yourself and believe that it's possible. I really believe in manifesting. For example, for 2025, I said I want to do podcasts, a few months ago, and then everything connected and it happened. And I really believe that we're capable and we are here in order to overcome our suffering, and just enjoy our family, our friends, life, the beauty, music, nature. And it's really possible. So find your meditation practice, find your teacher. There are so many different ways, and all of them will take you to the top of the mountain. Not only my way, I'm only one. There's so many beautiful ways. Find your path and start to walk until you get to the top.
Beautiful. I love that. Yeah, meditation is such a gift and such an important tool on the path to conscious living. So thank you for bringing that to us today. It's really been a beautiful gift to be together.
Thank you. I enjoyed so much, like you promised. Thank you. It's wonderful to meet you.
Likewise. Beautiful.